Welcome. Let's start in within people to come. Let's start uh, within 5 minutes. We start within 4 minutes. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Delta Leadership Awakener Hub. My name is Kalpesh Darji. Today, I want to ask you one simple question. Have you ever felt I am working harder than everyone, but my career is not growing? If yes, type yes in the live chat. So where are you joining from? Tell me your city. I would love to know. Welcomes you. Yeah, thank you for joining. Today's session is different. I am not going to motivate you. I am going to show you the mistake that kept me stuck for almost 20 years, and maybe it's keeping you stuck too. So, let me take you back around 20 years. I started my career back in textile industry, and like thousands of professionals, I believe in one sentence: if I work hard, my life will automatically become successful. So I work honestly, work sincerely, work longer than required, sometimes 12-hour shifts, sometimes either night in production, entire night in the production house, and sometimes 24 by 7 during critical deadlines. And I gave everything because I believe hard work never fades. But something kept bothering me every year: salary increment only 10%, only 15%, dreams growing much faster than income, and the responsibilities growing much faster than opportunities. So every 15 days, I worried about money. I wanted to help my parents. I wanted to support my family. I wanted to create something meaningful. I wanted freedom, but I didn't know how. So, has anyone ever felt like this? Working hard but feeling stuck? Type stuck in the comment box. So, working hard doesn't always mean you are moving forward. Sometimes you are simply becoming tired faster. So, I change company, then another company, then another company. I work in 6 to 7 companies. And everywhere the same story. Whenever salary discussion happened, I hear the same sentence. Our company is in loss. This is this year is difficult. We cannot increase salaries. Our margins are low. At first, I believed them. Later, I realized something. It wasn't only the company, it was the mindset. A scarcity mindset creates limited growth, not only for owners, but also for employees. But here's the surprising part, the biggest scarcity wasn't outside, it was inside me. So I shall explain that in the just 2 minutes. And nobody taught me how to grow. School taught me how to pass exams. College taught me technical skills. Companies taught me how to work, but nobody taught me how to grow. Nobody taught me how to manage emotions. Nobody taught me how to build confidence. Nobody taught me how to communicate with myself. Nobody taught me how to create opportunities. And nobody taught me the leadership, visibility, relationship, and networking with people, financial thinking, business thinking. So people taught me how to earn a salary. Nobody taught me how to create value. Quick questions for you. How many of you learn about emotional intelligence in school? Type yes or no in the comment box. Exactly. Most of us didn't. So, nearly 20 years I lived in survival mode. Wake up, go to work, return home, sleep, and repeat. Wake up, go to home, go to work, and return to home and sleep. So, it is a 20 years repeating again and again and again without realizing. So, life was just passing without really and imagine running a treadmill, you are working hard, sweating, moving, but you are still in the same place. So that was my life. So being busy is not the same as growing. That I want to tell you. Then one night, something happened that completely changed my life. Thus, the single night became a turning point. It was around 3 o'clock in the night, in the morning, when everyone in my family, my my missus, my son were sleeping. The room was silent, no televisions, no mobile scrolling, no distraction, only me and my thoughts. For the first time, I stopped blaming the company and stopped blaming the economy, stopped blaming my circumstances. I asked myself one question: Kalpesh, is this how your entire life is going to look? The another question came. How can help me? Who can help me? And that night, I didn't receive money. I didn't receive promotion. I received awareness. I realized people who are growing are not different. They simply think differently. Success begins long before people see it. It begins inside. That one realization started changing everything, not immediately, but permanently. So, in the next chapter, I shall show you the first shift that helped me move from survival to growth. And honestly, this first alone can change the direction of your career. Don't miss it. And before we continue, tell me honestly, which one describes your current situation? No career growth, first, second, financial pressure, low confidence, lack of clarity. Comment the number below. I shall read your answer. If this story connect with you, please like this live because YouTube will show it to more working professionals who are silently struggling, just like I was. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider joining this journey. Every week, we shall learn how to build a stronger inner world, and so that success naturally appears in the outer world. So, thank you for connecting. And if you are still watching, it means one thing, you are serious about changing your career. And I appreciate that because successful people don't look for motivation, they look for understanding. Today, I don't want to motivate you. I want to change the way you think because when thinking change, life change. The first shift I am going to share looks very simple, but it took me almost 20 years to understand. If someone had taught me this earlier, I honestly believe my life would have changed much sooner. The survival thinking to value creation thinking. This is the one shift I got. When I was working in the textile industry every day, my mind asked one question: how can I earn more money? Every morning, every evening, it's the same question. How can I earn money more? I how can I get promotion? How can I increase salary? How can I solve my money problem? How have you noticed something? All these questions started with me, my salary, my position, my problem, my struggle. And that's exactly how most professionals think. I also thought the same way. Tell me honestly, how many of you have ever worried about money? Type yes if you have. You are not alone. I was there too. So one night, while thinking deeply, a question came in my mind: what if money is not the goal? What if the value is the goal? That One question changed everything. Now, value, visibility, then trust, then income. Look carefully. Income comes at the bottom. Now, at the top, most people chase income. Successful people builds value. Income follows automatically. So, money is simply a thank you for the value you create. Money is just the value that you create. So, money is simply a thank you for the value you create. Think about a doctor. I will give you the example. People don't pay the doctor because he needs money. People pay because he creates value. Think about a teacher. People pay because the teacher transforms life. Think about a leader. People follows because that leader creates value. So the same principle work in every profession. When I stopped asking, how can I earn more? And started asking, how can I become more valuable? Everything slowly started changing. I began learning, reading books, attending seminars, listening to mentors, improving communication, improving leadership, improving relationships, because I understood one truth: the market rewards value, not effort. So, hard work gets noticed, value gets rewarded. Hard work gets noticed, value gets rewarded. So, tonight, before sleeping, take one note, take one notebook and do this exercise. Write only one question: what value did I create today? Not how much did I earn. Instead, I ask what, who became better because I existed today. If you ask these questions every night, your thinking will begin changing. If today you decide to become more valuable, instead of simply earning more, type value in the chat. Excellent. Now, the second shift I was even more difficult because this shift required me to completely change my identity and stay with me. Shift number two: employee thinking to creator thinking. So, this is absolutely nothing wrong with having a job. Please understand that a job gives dignity, a job feeds family, a job teaches discipline inside your mind. For 20 years, I thought like this: my company will grow me, my boss will promote me, my salary will increase, my company will recognize me. Can anyone relate? Type me if you have ever waited for someone else to change your life. Then I realized nobody was coming, nobody. That day I made a decision. If I want growth, I must become responsible for my own growth. So, employee mindset waits, creator mindset creates. So, simple, powerful, life changing. So, employee wait for opportunity, creator builds opportunities. So, I'm not against with any working professionals and not professions, but there is a limitations. So I started investing in myself, book, reading books, courses with mentorships, working with mentorships, networking with people, doing communications, public speaking, becoming leadership and business. Slowly, confidence increased and communication improved, relationship improved. People started noticing me. Then something amazing happened after struggling for years. Within few months, I generated nearly 2 lakhs rupees through my business journey. Did luck change? No. My thinking changed. Income rarely grows faster than your identity. Take your notebook, draw 2 columns. Employee thinking, column 2, creator thinking. Write your own thoughts. Example, I shall wait. Change it. I shall create. I hope. Change it. I shall prepare. I need permission. Change it. I shall take responsibility. Do this exercise honestly. So you shall immediately see how your inner communication changes. So, which thinking do you certainly have? Which thinking do you currently have? Number one, employee. Number two, creator. Type one or two in this chart. No judgment, just awareness. Awareness is always the first step. Now comes the biggest breakthrough, the framework that completely changed my life. This is not a positive thinking. This is not a motivation. That is something I now call structured focus inner communication. This framework changed my confidence, my leadership, my relationship, my business, and eventually my income. So we are going to explore it next. Don't miss this part because this is the heart of everything I teach. If these first two shifts have already give you one insight, new insight, take 2 seconds, click like because YouTube will recommend this live to another professionals who might be silently struggling exactly like we once did. Perfect. Thank you. So far we have talked about shift number one, value creation. Shift number two, creator thinking. But Neither of this can happen consistently unless one thing changes, and this is the biggest discovery of my life. What I am about to share took me nearly 20 years to understand. Today, you shall understand it in just few minutes. So, shift number three, scattered income communications to structure focus inner communication. Friends, have you ever noticed how much you talk to yourself, not with your mouth, inside your mind? From morning until night, research tells us we have thoughts of thousands of thoughts every day. The real question is not how many thoughts you have. The real question is what kind of thoughts are leading your life? Because the quality of your life can never become greater than the quality of your inner communication. For many years, I believed I was positive person. People say Kalpesh is positive. I smile, I work hard, I believe in God. I never intentionally harmed anyone. Yet my life wasn't growing. One day I asked myself, if I am already positive, why I am still financially stuck? So that question changed everything. I realized positive thinking is good, but positive thinking without direction creates hope. And hope is important, but hope alone doesn't create transformation. So structure creates transformation, focus creates transformation, daily inner communication creates transformation. So positive thinking inspires you, structure, focus, inner communications transforms you. Positive thinking inspires you, structure, focus, inner communication transforms you. Scattered thought, scattered emotion, scattered decision, and scattered actions, and then scattered results. Let me explain you. When you have a scattered thoughts, when you have scattered thoughts, you have a scattered emotions, and due to the scattered emotions, you will take scattered decisions, and that scattered decisions will lead to scattered actions, and that scattered actions will give you scattered results. So that was happening in my life. Then I studied structured inner communication. I worked on my inner communication. Then what happened? I got clear thinking. Then, due to that clear thinking, there was right emotion. I studied the emotions, emotional mastery. Then, better decision I took. Then, after due to that better decisions, my consistent action improved. And after that consistent action, I got breakthrough results. This is why two people with the same degree can have a completely different lives. The difference is not information, the difference is inner communications. Same two people having the same career, one grow faster and one remains same due to structure plus inner communication. So type one word in the chat. Which one affects you the most? Overthinking, fear, confusion, self doubt, anger, lack of focus, type in the comment box. I will read it. Let me share you myself. I was an angry person, very angry, and I was in my professional. I was very in small situations made me angry, and someone criticized me. I reacted, and someone disagreed with me, so I reacted. Later, I understood it wasn't the people controlling me; it was my inner communications it was my inner communication. So when my inner communication changed, my emotional reaction changed, my confidence changed, my leadership changed, and friends, everything outside started changing only after everything inside changed. So your outer world always follows your inner world. Now let me show you the framework I used every day. This framework is simple, but don't understand it. Simple things practiced consistently create extraordinary lives. So, the structure focus inner communication framework, structure, focus, and inner communication. I was, I want you to remember only one thing today, not 10 things. One thing random inner communication creates random results. Structure inner communication creates intentional success. Let's break it down. This is into 5 A work. So number 1A is awareness. The first question is where I am today. Most people never stop to observe their own thinking. Awareness always comes before change. Awareness always comes before change. So close your eyes and just for few minutes, few seconds, ask yourself, what thought is controlling my life today? Open your eyes. That thought needs your attention. Second A, attention. Where your attention grows, energy flows. So whatever receives attention becomes stronger. If you're constantly focused on problem will grow. If you focus on solution, your mind begins searching for opportunities. Attention is like a sunlight. Wherever it falls, growth happens. So where attention grows, energy flows. Then the third A is an alignment. So alignment of our thoughts, words, and action. Alignment of our mind, body, and soul. Now ask yourself, do my thoughts, my words, and my daily actions move in the same direction? Or am I saying one thing, thinking another, and doing something completely different? This is a misalignment. This creates frustration, and alignment creates momentum. Now, A4 action. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Take one structured action every single day, small actions. Repeat it consistently. Always defeat big intentions. So never implemented. I was once upon times never implemented, never doing actions. So if you have a big intentions in your life, do take actions. So consistency beats intensity. And every single time. Now, A5 is achievement. Achievement is not luck. Achievement is the natural results of awareness. Attention, alignment, and consistent action, that is how career grows. And this is how confidence grows. And this is how financial breakthrough happens. So, but there are still three hidden multipliers that accelerates this entire process. These three lessons changed my life forever. And the three secrets. Number one secrets, identity creates financial reality. The income you have today matches the identity and your current belief about yourself. When your identity expands, your income eventually follow that identity. Second secret, emotional mastery. That emotional mastery creates wealth momentum. Right emotions at the right time creates right decision. Wrong emotion at the wrong time destroys opportunities. Confidence, patience, calmness, courage, these are not personality traits. They are skills. Train them. Number third secrets, your visibility. Visibility multiplies value. So many talented people remain invisible. The market cannot reward the value it cannot see. So that is why communication matters, networking matters, sharing your ideas matters, serving people publicly matters. So invisible value rarely gets rewarded. Visible value changes your life. So daily structure focus inner communication practice. So every morning spend 10 quiet minutes. Ask yourself five questions. Who am I becoming? Second, what value will I create today? Third, what emotions do I choose today? Fourth, what one actions move me closer to my purpose? And the fifth, who can I serve today? If you do this every day, your inner communications begins changing and slowly your outer world follows. Friends, I didn't discover structure focus inner communication in one seminar. I didn't discover it in one book. I discovered it through 20 years of struggle, through mistakes, through pain, through self real reflections, through spiritual growth, through serving people. And that is why I believe anyone can transform because I am not teaching theory, I am sharing my life. If today you learn something new, type structure, focus, inner communication, SFIC in the chat. Let's make this. Let's make this as a big thinking, the beginning of new conversations, a new life, a new direction. Friends, before we finish this session, I want to ask you one final question. If nothing changes, where will your life be? 5 years from today, pause and ask yourself the same job, the same stress, the same financial pressure, the same frustration, or the completely different life. The answer does not depend on luck. It depends on what you decide after this life. When I look back at my own journey, I don't regret work hard. Work hard gave me discipline. Work hard gave me character. Work hard taught me commitment. What I regret is not knowing earlier that I also needs to work on my inner world. If someone had shown me what I am sharing with you today, may I could have saved 10 or even 5 years. That is exactly why I started this mission. And my mission is very simple. I want to help 100,000 working professionals move from survival to significance, from confusions to clarity, from emotional overload to emotional mastery, from financial struggle to financial breakthrough, not through shortcuts, not through motivation alone, but through structured, focused inner communication. Because I truly believe abundance in your inner world creates abundance in your outer world. You cannot build an extraordinary life with an ordinary inner conversation. Before you leave, take just 30 seconds, just 30 seconds. Ask yourself these five questions. Who am I becoming? What I'm repeatedly telling myself? What emotions controls my decisions? Who, what one actions will I take tomorrow? What can I serve this week? Who can I serve this week? If you answer this honestly, you have already begun your transformation. So if today's sessions gave you even one new perspective, I would love to understand your journey. I have created a simple Google form. In the form, you can tell me where you are feeling stuck, what challenges you are facing, what kind of breakthrough you are looking for. I shall personally read your response and I shall create a future video based on your real challenges. The link is in the description. Take 2 minutes, fill it before this live, fill it this after this live, and that's the first step. After I would written a book, The Science of Financial Breakthrough. So the science of financial identity. So it is for working professionals who want to understand how inner communication, inner transformation leads to financial growth. And if you are ready to begin that journey, you shall find the book link in the description, which as well. And this challenge is not just about videos, it is about building a community, a place where working professionals grow together, learn together, support each other, and become leaders first in their own lives, then in the lives of others. So that is the vision behind Delta Leadership Awakener Hub. So, friends, always remember your career doesn't begin in your office, it begins inside your mind. And your inside your confidence doesn't begins on the stage, it begins inside your inner conversation. And your income doesn't begin in your bank account, it begins within the value you create every day. So, everything starts inside. So, random inner communication creates random results, and structure focused inner communication creates intentional success. So, lead yourself first, growth will follow, and serve people consistently, success will follow, and stay focused, stay valuable, stay aligned, and never stop becoming the person your future is waiting for. So, goodbye. Thank you. And for spending your valuable time with me today. And I am truly grateful that if this conversation touched your heart, please share this video with one working professionals who needs to hear it. Until the next time, this is Kalpesh Darji signing off. Take care, keep growing. God bless you. Thank you.